In rugby news, the Springboks will be hoping to stamp their authority on the Rugby Championship when they kickstart their campaign against Australia in a fortnight's time. They'll be travelling early to Brisbane, hoping to get a head start on preparations. One member that won't board that plane is 8-man Roos, who many suggest has struggled in the Bok jersey. Newzroom Afrika's Yolulwe Qoshe has more.
The Springboks are set to jet out to Australia to take on the Wallabies in a doubleheader in the Rugby Championship Down Under. The last time they went down under for a doubleheader was back in 2022, where they lost their first game 25-17 before coming back to win their second game 24-8. They'll be trying to draw on that last game, as it has been historically a tough place to travel to for the Springboks, having lost 60% of their games in Australia. Now they'll also be coming up against a buoyed Australian team who are in the transition under new coach Joel Schmidt, but he will take solace from the fact that they beat a Welsh team in a two-match series 2-0. For the Springboks, they have reassembled on Sunday, trained for the first time yesterday, and today at St. David's College have had a second session. With the players that have regathered, there is the notable absentee of one Evan Roos. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about Evan Roos and if he's able to do the number 8 duty in a green and gold jersey. But coach Rassie Erasmus has debunked the theory that he is too loose to do it in the green and gold.
No, I don't think so. I think on defence, the roles is pretty much the same as it is with the Stormers. I think most of the South African teams have more or less the same defensive mindset and systems. There might be small tweaks here and there, but we are pretty familiar with the way the Stormers defend with Norman Laker there. So on defence, no. Then on attack, we've got a different attack coach. So if it was something like that in the past when Felix was the attack coach, it was certainly not something, and now we've got Tony Brown as the attack coach. And no, it's just purely, I don't know how many caps has he have now, 6, 7, I'm not sure, and Elrich has a bit less. And we're trying to get caps under the belt. We know what he can do, and we have no problem what he did for us, but it's time to give Elrich also a chance against top-tier nations and see what he did, because he certainly, the Bulls went the deepest in the competition, and he was certainly one of the more physical players in that setup. But no, there's no prescriptions more than what we will have for Elrich or for Pieter Steff or for Qoshe or for anybody else. So no, I don't think we're definitely not punching his type of play in. I would rather say we encourage him more to play the way Evan wants to play, and he certainly did. Made a few errors like anybody else who hasn't got more than 10 test caps under his belt. He will make some errors.
The Springboks will understand that if they are to win both games in Australia as World Cup champions, it will send a marker to the rest of the field in the Rugby Championship. For South Africans at home, well, they'll have to wake up bright and early on the day, as the match will kick off at 6:30 on the 10th of August. For Newzroom Afrika, channel 405, I am Yolulwe Qoshe in Johannesburg.